Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So I decided I'm going to be doing a live session. We are currently looking at a trade opportunity uh, that I'm taking a look at. We have two potential entries. One is at a 5-minute order block. One is at a refined 1-minute sell to buy. That's engulfing. So let's see what happens. I have my two actual entries here. We're going to see if we get triggered in. Let's see. Alright, looks like we're entered. So let's see if we get the reaction we're looking for. Hopefully it does not take us out, because that would suck. It's close. Try this a little bit below. Alright, that's looking good. Showing recovery. Alright, let's hope that this plays out. We got the reaction we're looking for. Tapped our refined order block, it respected. Because we got the reaction that we're looking for, and it looks like it respected that, and we're pushing up. We just created a change of character on a 15-second, so it looks like all is good. Now let's make sure that we get this to hold. So that's good. V-shaped recovery. If price comes back down, unlikely to, but this would be a demand that I'd be looking price to come back into. If it does not need to, since we already got the reaction we want. Let's see. And this is a range, a demand range that we are expecting to hold. We already pushed out, so therefore this area should be respected. But worst case scenario, this is an order block that's unmitigated on a 1-second time frame with this liquidity building up, so it should hold. Entry 1 is at a drawdown. Entry 2, more refined, is in profit. There we go. Both entries are now in profit. Perfect. That's the reaction we're looking for. Alright, so to recap, this is the same as the trade recap video of yesterday. Sorry if I'm a little out of it. It's 1 a.m. We had a, what do we call this? We are very corrective on the way down. We liquidated. So this was this position liquidated this previous low. We got a V-shaped recovery. By the way, this liquidated, right? We have a mitigation on a 1 minute time frame. This is a 1 minute order block. Then we have the V-shaped recovery. So that gave us a good reaction. We have the change of character, right? Did we get a flip? Well, not really, no flip, but this, still a good trade. We're pretty well on this one. Don't know if I'm gonna upload this video because it's really rough, but this is kind of what we're looking for. Now, where's my take profit? I would like to take the liquidity from Asia, and considering that I consider this a 15-minute change of character, therefore I'm long. This was the extreme that caused this break in a way, right, from this low to this high. Therefore this low is protected, this high should go, and the next 15-minute zone that I'm looking for is up here. So that would be pretty beautiful. That'd be 47R. Now, while that's a great trade opportunity, I'm also realistic, and I also paying attention to this supply here. It's not necessarily a very strong one, considering that we did not break structure to the downside, but we did have, this was the last, it was a liquidity point of interest that, we took liquidity from here. We still have this area unmitigated, so in a way, but this is the extreme of this lower leg to push down into this mitigation. So this would be a safe area to consider quick take profits, but I think we have two really good entries, so we're gonna hold and see what happens. So let's be patient. On the 1 minute time frame, you see that this would provide a really good third entry. Now, I'm not going to get a third entry in today just because of the fact that I already have two other entries, so we're just going to mark this up on here as if we were taking it, just because it's fits our plan, but we don't necessarily need it. I would definitely have taken this if we would have seen that this impulse takes this liquidity and breaks that, sweeps the liquidity here and takes structure up here before tapping this, then I would definitely set a limit there no matter what. But because this reaction, although it's coming out very impulsive and strong, until we break this structure and take this liquidity, which is a target for us, I am not going to take the third entry if price came down, right? So let's just be patient and let's wait this out. So we're pretty good on these trades currently. Let's see where we are on this one. Let's drag this one to the right. Currently this one's up 10 pips. Not bad at all. Now, as you can see that my stop loss was how far? 0.3 pips below. Had I set my stop loss to the equal lows, we definitely would have been taken out, but you know, and as you saw, this got triggered live, so it's not like I moved yet. But that's just how I like to trade. Play it safe. Add a little bit of space, a little bit of buffer in between. Let me adjust this here. That was at 3.6. So let me just make sure it's in the right place. And if this were to get triggered, I want this to be in the right place. Alright. So this is what we're looking to liquidate first. So this will be our first move. If this doesn't get taken out, then we're gonna have to come back down to this for another mitigation before we take off, which wouldn't be a problem. Sometimes that happens, we just gotta be patient. We already are entered into this trade, so you know, if you were taking a heavily leveraged trade and you're risking too much capital, then you know, you might be a little bit nervous, and that's why it's important to set your plan. You want to be at a place where your losses are minimal, so that when you take a loss, it doesn't impact you emotionally or financially, right? Because if you're getting emotional about your trades, you're not going to have the patience to hold on to your winners, and you're just going to be ending up cutting yourself short, taking profit too early, getting excited over profits. So that's not what we like to do. Alright. Let me delete this. Don't really need that. Oops. Get rid of this. So one thing you can do, I like to oftentimes mark up areas where I think price could come back to. Realistically, you know, if this is going to hold, we don't necessarily need to come all the way back down here. We could, but we don't need to. So let's see what happens. At the very least, I would like to take out this area. We're going to leave this down in case it's that way, unless we get triggered. There's no reason to have it on the chart. Alright, so here we are. We've taken out that pool of liquidity. Now we're targeting the relatively equal highs right here. And price will have to come into here. Now, because we know that this is a supply zone, usually if we're counter trend, which, you know, we're not really we're not truly counter trend right now. We're in a developing pro trend. So if this was counter trend, we would want to take profits here to be secure, or at least lock in a good amount of partials, but that's not something we're interested in doing right now. So we're just going to be patient and hold on to this. Let's see what happens. So this is a pretty big wick that we're leaving behind. After we liquidated all these positions, we basically just took the stops. So obviously some orders are going to be closing out, so it's going to push price down. And then let's see, we would like to see it hold. These are areas for pullbacks. Now obviously on a 1 minute time frame, these are sensitive zones. I hope this video comes out good because it's not really a planned video, but I know a lot of people that are trading and fake their entries and fake their stop losses and take profits and all that, and I don't like to do that. So you can see that these are my actual orders. Here are my actual trades. They're both entered in exactly the same. Price came down while it was live as you were watching. Price came down, entered me into two places, my 5-minute zone and my refined 1 minute. Respected. We got the 5-second, 15-second reaction. We're looking for a change of character, just further confirmed, validated our position. We're up pretty good right now on each of these positions. We are, let's see, where's my measure tool? I'll just use this one. So from the first trade entry, we're up around 15 pips, let's just say. And from secondary entry, we're up about 13 pips. So let's wait to see us take out this level. We're gonna check out some different time frames just to see, make sure there's not anything that we've missed. This doji candle, we got a good reaction. This is what triggered the change of character on the lower time frame. Took this level down here, got us our entry. So this will definitely go. This will go. I don't believe these will serve as inducement for shorts, considering the fact that none of these broke structure to the downside and they respected this refined 15-minute or 5-minute zone. So get the 5-minute. Now this is looking good to me. Here we got a change of character. Small, very small, but nonetheless it is a change of character. We also got a pullback here that showed us a bearish change of character. Not too important considering the fact that this could just be a good pullback. And we're expecting all of this to go. So we're gonna mark this high just as a level to keep an eye out. So to keep in mind, if this is what's going on, then what we are expecting is this price to come up. Now, it doesn't have to be super clean. It could come down, significantly and continue to mitigate something in here, which is what we had earlier. But we're expecting nonetheless a new higher high. And while this is pretty ambitious, we can be a little more conservative and set safe exits, something like this. But I would like to see price come up to here on a 15-minute time frame. We did take out all this liquidity, so this served as inducement for a good entry. So we didn't have any structural inducement here on this end. This is pretty far away. This was a flip that was already mitigated and reacted to. It's valid, but no longer of interest to us. So the extreme was largely untapped. All of this served as inducement. You can see price rolled right off here. This is a pretty weak level. In fact, I could consider dragging this all the way up here and expecting a new 4-hour high, but I'm not trying to hold this trade while I sleep, so I'd be happy to take profits early if it comes into my zone. But this looks like a pretty safe area to take profits from, so I might just consider closing out early. If I get price to come into here before, I'd be glad to take profits and call it a night. Do I care about running price all the way up there? No, not at all, because the IRR is already pretty good. I mean, we'd have a 1 to 30 and a 1 to 10. So if we did get price to come up here and price continued and broke this structure up to the upside, I wouldn't care. I have no interest necessarily to just get crazy RR. I want consistency. So here, looks like we're building liquidity for something. Along with all of this. So this is giving a reaction to something in here. Nothing bad, but just keep in mind we're going to get reactions. None of these took liquidity. They're all just building up very corrective structure, which, you know, could cause some inducement for shorts. We could get price to come down, tap and mitigate into one of these zones, and then continue, or a very impulsive breakout, which shows me strong bullish intention. So we're up pretty darn good right now. I'm pretty happy about this. It's good money. Let's roll. Let's keep waiting and see. When we get a massive impulse like that, sometimes I will just take profit early if I see it come into my zone. But considering the fact that 15-minute change of character was pretty strong, it just doesn't make sense to pull out before we take the high. The safest exit would be this. That'd be the safest, because an equal high could still cause a pullback. But more than anything, there's no reason why. So let's just be a little patient here. We're almost there anyway. By the way, I do have my copy trader live right now, so everyone who's on my copy trader technically caught all these trades, and you know they're pretty happy with the RR. So I mean, last session we were up how much? 22R. Today we're up. I mean, who knows, right? We're not done yet, but we're up pretty significantly. I might just close out this video early and just continue my trading. More than anything, I wanted to show you my entries and you know how I trade. So thanks for that. We'll continue some other time.